Hi friends, this is a second video for class 11 ISC and it discusses what you need to study Indian economic development which is a part of your syllabus. So first thing which you have to know here, I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, so I'll try to give you the idea as much possible here. First thing you have to know is you need to have the introduction. Okay, what is introduction and about what? Introduction here is about Indian economy. Okay, Indian economy. Okay, this is the first thing. Second is what kind of introduction we are talking about. Post liberalization. Okay, post liberalization, that is in the 90s. If you are aware that India opened up to the world in the 90s, and that is called liberalization. So here it is post liberalization. Okay, post liberalization. Okay, this is which you need to study, and with this is you have to study main features, problems and policies of agriculture. What is in focus is agriculture. Agriculture you have, then you have industry. Okay, industry, and then you have foreign trade. Okay, this is the third thing, foreign trade. So basically these are the three things we are going to study here as introduction. Post liberalization, we move on to the second point, which is second point is parameters of development. Okay, parameters of development. What do we understand with this? It means how are you going to decide whether development is taking place, and if development is taking place, then at what rate. So there's a measurement involved in this. So parameters of development, what we understand is, you know, there are various measures. First is per capita income. Okay, per capita income. Okay, this is the first parameter. uh, After this you have to, here you have to study the definition and limitations. Second important thing is human development index. Okay, human development index. So these are two important measures we have to know. This is also known as HDI. Okay, human development index. And you have to see India and HDI, how do we stand in this measure. India and HDI as per UNDP report. Okay, UNDP report. This is the second point we are going to study here. We move on to the third point, which is planning and economic development in India. Now we are talking about planning here. So planning, if you understand, you know that India used to plan its economy, and there were plans, 5-year plans. So planning and economic development in India. Planning and economic development in India. This is important here. So planning and economic development in India, you have to have a brief explanation, major objectives of all the 5-year plans. So there were several 5-year plans. I'm just mentioning this 5-year plans. Okay, you have to know 5-year plans and their objectives. Each plan had some set of objectives, so you have to know those. Okay, objectives we have to know. And now there is something called Niti Aayog. NITI, Niti Aayog. Okay, so how we have moved on from plans to Niti Aayog. Now Niti Aayog, you have to study objectives. Okay, objectives and role. All right, what is the next thing we have in the syllabus. There are around 7 things that you have to study in the syllabus. So I'm trying to move on and discuss in most brief way possible. Number 4. What do we have? Number 4. Here we have structural changes in the Indian economy. Structural changes in Indian economy. Okay. And this is also after liberalization. Okay. After liberalization, which we call post liberalization. What you need to understand here is you need to know the meaning, need of the changes, significance and features of liberalization. This is very important, which you have to understand. And then come 2 more words which we have to understand: liberalization, globalization, privatization of the Indian economy, disinvestment. The meaning of disinvestment. So there are 3 key words you have to keep in mind here. First was liberalization. I'm just putting it here again. Then second word is globalization. And third is privatization. Okay, so these 3 things we have to know. And yes, the key word, very important word, is disinvestment. This is the word you have to know. You have to know what is disinvestment and why we went for disinvestment in certain sectors. Move on to number 5. The 5th thing is what we have to know here under this part of the syllabus is current challenges facing the Indian economy. So challenges. Okay, so what are the challenges in terms of what the economy faces? You have poverty. Okay, poverty we have to know, absolute and relative, vicious circle of poverty, main programs for poverty alleviation, a critical assessment of PAPS, poverty alleviation programs. Okay, so there are lots of things you have to study under poverty. Okay, I'm not mentioning all of these here. I've just mentioned poverty. Then the programs, poverty alleviation programs, where you have rural development, you have to study. After that, rural development. Yes, this can be mentioned here. Rural development. Okay, very important here. And here you have to study rural credit, that is need, purpose and sources of rural credit. That is why credit is important for the development in rural places. Then you come across another word which is called agricultural marketing. Okay, I'm just putting the word here. These are, see, mind it, these are very important words. Agricultural marketing. Alright, and under this you have defects and government measures to improve agricultural marketing, role of cooperatives, agricultural diversification, alternate farming, organic farming, and meaning and importance. Okay, so after marketing you have you have to study the role of cooperatives, agricultural diversification, and alternate farming and organic farming. This is another term, let me just mention. Alternate and organic farming, right? And one more word which is important here is under this subhead is human capital formation. Yeah, human, what is human capital formation? Human capital formation, what we have to study here is how people become resource. What is the role of human capital in our development, in economy's development? Growth of education sector in India. So you have to study about growth of education, and both formal education as well as informal education, but there you just need to study the meaning. Also you have to study under this unemployment, what is unemployment and types of unemployment and causes for unemployment and the policy measures after 2000, after the year 2000. So this is number 5, and there are two more points which you have to study under this subhead. The sixth part is economic growth and development. This you know already, economic growth, unless you have not studied economics at class 10, 9, 10 level, then it is something new for you. So economic growth and development. And the last part here which we will study under this subhead is sustainable development. Okay, and under sustainable development there are lot of things you have to study, which are effect of economic development on resources and environment, understanding the concept of what is sustainable development, that we need to understand. We have to know why we need sustainable development for improving the quality of life, and also we have to look at other factors which are changing, like deteriorating quality of air, water, food. As these things are changing over time, we have to know what is developing an appreciation. Why should we sustain you know uh, sustain at least what exists for the generations to come? We should not waste, and why we should do this. I'll just mention one important part which is under this subhead is global warming. Okay, global warming, this is also something which we need to study under the subhead, like global warming meaning and effects. So I'm just going back to what we discussed. This is the second part of your class 11 syllabus. So I think we have mentioned all the important points which we need to study. First is this section is, see, this section is Indian economic development. Okay, so 3 words which are keywords. First thing you have to know is the introduction to Indian economy, and that is post liberalization, that is after we opened up to the world. 3 things you have to study: how agriculture, industry and foreign trade changed after this opening up. Next we have the second part is the planning part. This we have to understand, and before that, just one sec. Yes, we have the parameters of development. This is pretty easy, but you have to just go through what all this is. So in parameters of development, we are studying 2 things. One is called per capita income and the other is called human development index. So these are important, and human development index and how we figure in UNDP report. Third point we have is planning and economic development in India. So we used to have these 5-year plans. What were the objectives of these plans? And now Niti Aayog, what are the objectives of Niti Aayog and what is the role Niti Aayog is playing in our economy? Number 4 is the structural changes in Indian economy. Here this part, and structural changes in Indian economy post liberalization. And there are 3 keywords you have to understand. One is liberalization, the other is what do you understand by globalization, and the third is what is privatization. And yes, this is a word you should not miss out. What is disinvestment and why is it important in today's economy, in our context? Next we move on to what challenges we are facing. The challenges we have poverty, and we are talking about rural development, agricultural marketing, alternate and organic farming, and human development, human capital formation. What is human capital formation is very important for you to study under this subhead. And the last 2 which you will study One is economic growth and development. Mind this, this is very important for people who are studying economics later also. What is growth, what is development, and what is the difference between the two? Last is sustainable development, and under sustainable development, as I mentioned, you have to study a few things where you will talk about resources we have like air, water, food, and how and why should we sustain those resources. And a keyword here is global warming. So this is what you have to study under the subhead of Indian economic development in class 11. If you like it, please share it and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.